Good morning, students, class 9. Children, I hope you all are making the best use of your vacation that you have got. We have already started with the seasons portion, and today we will do the hot weather season. So, the hot weather season we have already crossed this year few months back. So, we all know that hot weather season means the rising temperatures from the month of March itself. From mid March, the temperatures go on rising and we experience terrible heat, especially the people who are living in the northern plain. Now, why this kind of condition occurs? Immediately after the winter months, we have the spring season, and the spring season gradually leads us to this hot weather season or the summer season. We all know that the earth is revolving around the sun. During this motion of the earth around the sun, alternately, both the hemispheres are exposed to more heat rays. As we all know that the earth is not straight, but earth is tilted at an angle, and alternately the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere gets the direct rays of the sun. Now, we have to keep it in mind that the sun does not move, it is the earth that moves. But to us, it seems that the sun is shifting its position in the sky. So we always use the term apparent shift of the global heat belt or apparent shift in the position of the sun's heat. So apparent means which it seems to be, but in reality it does not happen so. In reality, the earth is moving, the sun is not moving. So, in reality, it seems that the sun is moving, but actually it is the earth which is moving. And so we use the word apparent shift in the global heat belt. So, apparent shift in the sun's position seems to be in the northern hemisphere. Just before the hot weather season, we have done the cold weather season where the position of the sun is in the southern hemisphere. But now the sun's apparent position of the sun has shifted to the northern hemisphere. So when this apparent position of the sun shifts to the northern hemisphere, we gradually experience rising temperatures from the month of March itself. So, from mid March, the heat belt shifts and we find that the temperature goes on rising, and the highest temperatures are recorded in the month of May. So, around mid May, we find a temperature much above 40 degrees centigrade is recorded in the plateau area as well as in the northern plain. From the month of March, the temperature goes on rising. It is around 35 degree to 38 degree in the month of March. In April, we find the temperatures is around 40 to 42 degree Celsius in the central part of India, and in the month of May it rises much above 40 degrees. Sometimes it hovers around 45 degree in the northern part of the country. Again, in the peninsular portion, the temperature is not much affected because of the influence of the sea breeze and the land breeze. So, the impact of the seas and oceans around keeps the temperatures moderate in the peninsular portion. Now, on 21st June, the sun's position is on the Tropic of Cancer. So the entire northern India is on the grip of rising temperatures. And as the temperatures goes on rising, the air pressure goes on falling because it's an inverse relation. Higher the temperature, lower will be the air pressure. So towards the end of May, we find that an elongated low pressure is positioned over the entire northern plain, that is, it extends from the Thar desert area in Rajasthan and extends up to nearly up to Patna, and also Chota Nagpur plateau in the eastern part of the country, lying just southeast of Patna. We have this Chota Nagpur plateau covering our state of Jharkhand. So here there is a low pressure area and a circulation of air begins to set in around this low pressure center. This low pressure center starts attracting air from the high pressure zone. The lower the pressure, more will be the attraction of wind moving in towards this low pressure zone. Then comes the another very important feature of this hot weather season, and we call it Lu. Lu is a hot, dry wind that blows during the daytime in the northern India. And this wind is so strong that sometimes it proves to be very fatal for the people who are affected by this wind. And it increases the rate of temperature rise in that particular area. And sometimes these hot dry winds, they blow even till late evening, sometimes till 8 p.m. at night also we can experience the effect of this hot dry wind called Lu. Northern plain, especially the northwestern part, experience this hot dry wind known as Lu. It's a seasonal wind and it blows only during this hot weather season. During the other time of the year, this wind is totally absent. Sometimes in the late evening hours also we experience this Lu. Dust storms are also common during this time of the year, and generally what happens throughout the day that there is heating, and this heating causes the formation of dense cumulonimbus clouds, and in the evening hours sometimes there is strong wind, and along with that strong wind there is some amount of rain and also sometimes hail. This light rainfall can lower the temperatures and keep the temperatures cool for few days. Sometimes it is associated with violent thunderstorms, and these violent thunderstorms also have associated rain with it and hail with it. And these localized thunderstorms are known by different names. In West Bengal, it is named as Kal Baisakhi. Kal means destruction, Baisakhi means the month of Baisak. So the destruction brought by this thunderstorm is known as Kal Baisakhi. It is a common feature in the state of Bengal. In West Bengal, this is a common feature, and so we call it Kal Baisakhi. And there is violent winds, torrential rain, and sometimes hail. And this has the effect of cooling the temperatures for few days, like for 2 to 3 days the temperatures remain cooler because of this rain, but there is lot of destructive effect of this wind, and so the term Kal Baisakhi has been used by the people living in Bengal. Apart from this, during the close of this summer season, there is some rain, and this rain occurs almost at the end of the summer season, but not in the rainy season. It occurs in the summer season, almost at the end of the summer season, and these are known as pre-monsoon showers. That is the rain that occurs before the coming of the monsoon. And this rain is very much beneficial for the cultivation of mango, and so it is known as mango showers. It is common in Kerala and Karnataka, and this rain helps in the early ripening of the mangoes. So let me summarize again the main points of this hot weather season. The first point is that the temperature goes on rising from the month of March and continues to rise till May. The maximum impact of this rising temperature is seen in the northern plain and in the plateau areas of northern India, and this rising temperature is very much effective in lowering the pressure of our northern plain. And as the pressure continues to lower, a low pressure trough develops in the northern plain. Now, another very important feature along with falling pressure is the blowing of a strong wind known as Lu in the northern part of the country, and this Lu is quite fatal. Exposure to Lu is quite fatal. Nextly, dust storms also occurs in the northern plain with some light rain and cool breeze, and sometimes we have thunderstorms which are much more stronger, much more destructive, and it is associated with heavy rainfall, violent winds, and it's common feature in West Bengal, commonly known as Kal Baisakhi. And finally, we have some rain just at the close of the summer season in Kerala and Karnataka, and it is known as the pre-monsoon showers. The common term used for this rain is mango showers, and it helps in the early ripening of the mangoes. So the hot weather season is a very important season in the country, and almost for 3 months the entire northern plain is in the grip of these rising temperatures and associated falling air pressure. So with this we come to the end of the hot weather season.